On June 27, 2025, the Supreme Court made a landmark decision. Lower federal courts can no longer issue nationwide injunctions to block federal policies. Previously, a single judge could halt a federal policy across all 50 states. Now, judges are told to limit their rulings to the parties before them. This change has immediate consequences for how government policies are challenged. An injunction is a court order to stop or require an action. Nationwide injunctions applied that order everywhere, making them powerful and controversial. Both political parties have criticized this practice, arguing it lets one judge override the president's decisions for the entire country. The case at the center: President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants and temporary visitors. Lower courts quickly blocked the order nationwide, calling it likely unconstitutional. But the Supreme Court didn't rule on the order's legality, just on the court's power to block it everywhere. Now opponents of a policy must file lawsuits in multiple states, creating a patchwork of enforcement and legal confusion. Supporters say this curbs judicial overreach and returns power to the executive branch. The balance of power between courts and the president has fundamentally shifted. The heart of the controversy is birthright citizenship, the idea that anyone born on U.S. soil is a citizen. President Trump's order challenged this, targeting children of undocumented immigrants and temporary visitors. The legal foundation is the 14th Amendment, which says all persons born in the U.S. are citizens. The Supreme Court confirmed this in 1898's Wong Kim Ark case, ruling that nearly everyone born here is a citizen, with rare exceptions. Critics of Trump's order say it's unconstitutional and would create a permanent underclass. Supporters argue it would deter illegal immigration and that the president can interpret the amendment's scope. The debate is about more than policy, it's about the meaning of American citizenship. The Supreme Court's recent ruling didn't settle this constitutional question. Instead, it set the stage for a prolonged legal fight. Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote the majority opinion, focusing on judicial restraint, not birthright citizenship itself. She argued that a single judge shouldn't block a policy nationwide, as it disrupts the federal court system's balance. Courts should grant relief only to the plaintiffs before them, not the entire country. Nationwide injunctions, Barrett said, encourage forum shopping and force the Supreme Court to intervene too soon. The ruling doesn't ban broad injunctions entirely, but makes them much harder to get. Now, challengers must prove why a nationwide block is necessary. The decision is a win for those who say courts should interpret laws, not make sweeping policy. It aims to restore a more orderly, localized legal process. Justice Sotomayor's dissent warned that limiting nationwide injunctions weakens the court's ability to protect rights. She argued that some policies, like those threatening free speech or civil rights, require immediate nationwide blocks to prevent harm. Without this tool, harmful policies could take effect in some states while others wait for local lawsuits. Sotomayor pointed to history. Broad injunctions have protected civil rights and the environment. She accused the majority of prioritizing executive convenience over people's rights. The dissent fears the ruling will slow justice and leave rights vulnerable. For Sotomayor, the decision risks chaos and unequal protection under the law. The immediate result: nationwide injunctions blocking Trump's order are lifted, but the policy isn't in effect everywhere. The case returns to lower courts, and the order remains blocked in states with active lawsuits. This creates a patchwork. Citizenship rights could now depend on where you're born. Challengers must now fight state by state, making legal battles longer and more expensive. The Supreme Court didn't decide if Trump's order is constitutional. That fight continues in lower courts. The decision strengthens the executive branch, making it harder to block federal policies quickly. Supporters call it a fix for judicial overreach. Critics say it weakens checks on presidential power. For Americans, it means more legal uncertainty and a future where national issues are fought state by state.